But yeah, man, the playoffs overall were phenomenal.
Hell yeah, for
We
sure.
covered Buffalo and Denver. You
Hmm.
know, Josh Allen. Let me ask you this: do you think Josh Allen is overrated, or is he a choker?
Oh man, I don't want to put it all on Josh Allen, even though they're always the first ones to be held accountable, right? They're always the first ones to take that accountability. Like I should have done better, I should have done more. I hear that a lot from our quarterback, from Dak as well. Like, which is expected from any football. Whoever's the franchise quarterback will normally, kind of take that spot, take up that mantle, and be the guy that always says, I need to play better, I need to do better, I need to be able to make better plays, things of that nature, right? Because you're the face of the team, essentially. That's what you are. So, but I don't just put it all on him, man. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have helped him um, put the team in a better position. And what I'm saying by that is, I mean, there was a lot of good throws that were made and some drops that were made that I was like, bro, if he would have just made that fucking catch, that
I
this
mean, he
this changes.
overthrew a guy that was wide open that would have sealed the deal
Yeah, he did.
in the fourth. I was talking I was talking to Ruben about, and he kind of said, the knack of or the knock on Josh is if it goes to overtime, the other team's gonna win because he's been to overtime and he can't win an overtime game. And sure enough, he said when they went to overtime, he told his buddy Denver won, because
That's
that's just
crazy.
what it is.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
I mean, the
I
track
don't
record speaks
consider
for
him
itself. Yeah,
it does, but I don't consider Josh Allen a choker. I don't
I
consider
don't.
him a bust. I think that he's carried a franchise that has not really helped him. They have not given him premier weapons. They've given him like Stephon Diggs, which I'm not gonna
Brandon
say he was
Cooks.
just garbage, but bro, Brandon Cooks played here. He was decent.
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs
but again,
at this
you're
stage is probably a wide receiver two.
yeah. But again,
So
that's like you said. You haven't given him a true wide receiver one yet for him to play with. He hasn't had that. He's always had to play with wide receiver two, wide receiver three type of players instead of.
George Pickens to Buffalo?
I mean, from what I keep seeing in social media, which I know a lot of it's just made up shit, but
A
from
lot of
my
it.
understanding, he's like, this is home. I want to stay here. I
Yeah.
want to be in Dallas. So, I mean, if
Yeah.
that's true, then George ain't going nowhere. He's staying right here. So,
Come on with it, George.
yeah. So, I don't see that happening. But I mean, I can obviously see them possibly trying to pick up somebody else from somewhere else to bring them to Buffalo that will just help that team overall. I think that if they had the right, you know, tight ends, the right wide receiver one, to find an actual wide receiver one, that would alleviate so much more of that pressure off of Josh to where he could excel even further. The guy is a phenomenal athlete, a phenomenal football player. And, I just think that he just, like you said, he hasn't had the help in place yet to be able to get over that hump. Because you can't just put it all on him. At the end of the day, it's a team effort. I don't care what you say. I don't care,
Right.
who talks about it. Those of us that have played the game before, we know that you can't do it by yourself. There ain't one player on the field. I don't care if it's a linebacker, a free safety, a fucking corner, a D tackle, an offensive lineman, whatever the hell you want to call it. Not one player can change the face of a game. It takes an entire team, and good coaching in order for you to get to where you want to get to. And that's the bottom of it, bro.
So let me ask you this. My next question.
Mm.
Will Chicago fall back down to earth next year, or will they continue to be as good as they were this year?
If anything, I think that now under Ben Johnson's watch, we're going to see a different Chicago team, a team that has more consistency, a team um, that has better time to prepare for everything. He's going to be able to go now into the second season under him. I mean, if he was able to get them all the way into the playoffs, a deep run into the playoffs, I mean, we need to be careful and see what pieces they pick up during the draft, during the offseason, what's going to happen there. I think Chicago will probably be a contender again next year, bro. They're going to be in there. Everybody at the beginning of this year was like, Chicago is Chicago. It's going to be the same fucking team we get every fucking year. And that changed very rapidly after the bye week. Like everybody was like, I didn't think I was going to be saying this, but fuck, Chicago looks good. Caleb Williams looks phenomenal. He's been playing lights out and this and that and the other. And I'm like, I remember when they played us, I was like, we made fucking Caleb Williams look like a fucking all pro, bro. What the fuck is that? Like, he sucks. Obviously, he doesn't.
Mark my words, Chicago will be somewhere in the ballpark of 8-9 next year.
Oh, okay.
They won way too many games in the fourth quarter comebacks in the last 2 minutes. There was a graphic of that on the presentation during the game, and I'm like, that kind of luck is not sustainable, and eventually the ball doesn't bounce your way. So to me, you got a lot of lucky breaks, and that's not sustainable. I don't see Chicago maintaining this level of excellency like they did this year. And if they do, then, good for them. But I don't see that. I don't anticipate that. Seattle, same question, man. What do you think about Seattle? Can they do what they did? Can they duplicate what they did this year moving forward?
Damn, that's a damn good question. Seattle, I think that if they clean up some stuff on the offensive side of the ball, which they picked up Rahid Shaheed, I think that's what his name is, Rashid Shaheed, something like that. I don't think they've utilized him the way that they need to utilize him properly. I know that they're using him as a kick returner and things of that nature. I think that they need to give him an actual chance at the wideout position. I could see them also being back in the hunt, making a playoff run. But I mean, that just remains to be seen because, again, we don't know what's going to happen during the offseason. Their defense has been playing phenomenal. So if they keep some key elements there and they're not just giving away the house after the season's over with, then I can see them making another run. But if they're, again, front office, they love to make different changes at the end of the season. They're like, oh, we could really kind of cut some of this off and not bring some of these players back. And, bringing in new players and then fresh players as well, brand new rookies and things of that nature, it starts to change everything. So, right. I mean, if they keep what they have now and build off of it, I think that, yes, they could probably make another run for it as well.
I don't know if they can sustain it either, man. Sam Darnold, I'm not convinced unless he just found something here that he could not find in Carolina, that he could not find. Where the hell else was he with the Jets? I mean, I'm not saying Carolina did good this year, but they haven't necessarily been just a pillar of excellence.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he comes from two tarnished programs, and now he's here and he played in Minnesota last year, but he made Minnesota contenders last year. So I mean, he's kind of doing some things. Maybe he's found a resurgence in a career that was until recently considered a bust. So that remains to be seen. That's why I say it's the jury's still out on Sam Darnold, but the Seahawks, I mean, there is a potential to just kind of fall off the cliff, especially in that division where you have the Rams and the 49ers as well, then it's just kind of like, okay, what are you gonna do with that? Arizona, I don't see them doing anything. But yeah, man, that was just some of the questions I had for you. What was the other game that we might have missed?
We covered all the games.
New England and
Houston.
Houston. Here's a question for that game. Is CJ Stroud overrated?
I think he is. I think he is overrated. Um, I know a lot of people were buying into the hype at the beginning, and he had a decent rookie year. Sophomore season wasn't that great either. It was okay. I think this is a sophomore season, right? Or is it? No, it's not. So, I mean, I think they put way too much stock in him. To be honest with you, it looks like he still lacks the ability to make good judgment calls at some points
A
and
lot
be
of
able to
turnovers, a lot
a
of
lot of
picks.
a lot of turnovers, a lot of picks. It's just one of those to where he's starting to look like a quote unquote Sam Darnold, in my opinion. Like
I
to
wouldn't
where
even say it was that bad. I would say
I mean, if you look
CJ
at it,
Stroud to me
uh
looks
huh,
kind of like a Kyler Murray where he started here, and it's just CJ Stroud's career has progressively gotten worse
yes,
consistently year after year.
mm-hmm,
So every year he's getting a little bit worse. He's regressing.
mm-hmm,
That's not what you want to see in a situation like this. If you're Houston, my thought is maybe do what Dallas did. If he shows you he can improve, like Dak said, I'm a bet on myself, and Dallas said we're more than willing to let you bet on yourself. We'll pay the higher number down the road if you prove us wrong.
yeah,
I think Houston has to kind of take that same approach because CJ Stroud kind of has that Micah Parsons thing, loves to be on this podcast, loves to be talking about everything. Get on the field and focus on your job because you're not getting better every year. You're
play
getting
football. Don't
worse.
worry about talking to people. Play football, bro. That's it.
You're getting worse. So I do think that ultimately Houston needs to kind of take that same uh, approach with CJ Stroud that Dallas took with Dak, and that is let's wait and see, and we'll pay you what the market dictates we pay you if we
Yep.
decide to keep you.
Yep. I like
So,
that.
just my opinion, man, but good stuff. Julio, playoffs continue to roll, and we'll see how the games play out this weekend. Very exciting. We'll see who ends up in the Super Bowl. I'll tell you what, nobody that we picked at the start of the season is here. That's for damn sure. So we'll see how it goes, man. But anyway, with all that being said, we do want to thank everybody for just taking the time to watch this content that we enjoy bringing for you on a weekly basis. We ask that you please continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is free for you to hit those little buttons, the notification bell, the subscribe button, all that. But for us, it is absolutely priceless. So we do want to thank you for all the love and support. And until we see you in the next one, peace.
Peace.